welcoming us to their beautiful state. Miss Miller and Mr. Mooney for some brief remarks. Miss Miller, you're free to go first.
Thank you so much, Chairman Smith. And I would also like to thank our hosts, Allegheny Wood Products, and I want to welcome all of my colleagues to my home state of West Virginia. I truly believe there is no better place to live, work, and raise a family. As Dorothy would say, there's no place like home. I am really excited for the opportunity today to be able to highlight some of the stories of hardworking West Virginians and the unnecessary struggles that they face because of an overreaching federal government. I'd like to especially thank our guest speakers, Mr. Plogger, Ms. Bachman, Mr. McDade, and Mr. Ward, for taking time out today to join us. Your voices are essential for the representatives who are here today to help fight for the policies that will empower our constituents. West Virginia faces so many challenges, and this is due to the constant attacks on our energy industry from unelected bureaucrats and uninformed lawmakers, which have caused untold damage to all of our communities in southern West Virginia in particular. The effects of bad policies have been devastating. Recently, high gas prices and soaring inflation have left the effect on our families as they're struggling to make their ends meet. An overzealous IRS has targeted working class Americans. President Biden immediately broke his promise to not tax anyone making less than $400,000, and this administration has surrendered to foreign countries on international tax negotiations. The president has also failed to devise any coherent trade policy, leaving our exports uncompetitive. It's almost as if President Biden is more interested in shipping our jobs overseas than our products. According to the Economic Innovation Group, 48 million Americans reside in distressed communities, where nearly a quarter of the population are below the poverty line, and more than a third of them are out of work. While the national economy has shown signs of recovery, it's slow to reach our communities, the ones like mine that have been hit the hardest by the Great Recession. Over a decade later, they are still far behind the rest of the country and are now reeling from the new economic crisis in front of us. We cannot let this happen again. Today's hearing provides the perfect opportunity to lay out our case for brighter days ahead under Republican leadership. The 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was essential for the booming economy that we had under President Trump. Unemployment reached 50-year lows, 50-year lows. Ordinary workers had the strongest wage growth of any group, and the businesses stopped leaving the United States for low-tax countries, and thus keeping our jobs right here in the United States. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act also included important provisions, like creating opportunity zones, which have promoted businesses to settle right here in West Virginia. According to a recently released report, close to half of all Opportunity Zone tracts have received investment between 2017 and 2020, and even more since then. In fact, West Virginia saw 4,000 last year compared to 2019. Modernizing and improving the successful Opportunity Zone policy will be essential to continue driving investments to the communities that need it the most. I want to thank you again for the opportunity to highlight my beautiful state, Mr. Chairman, and I hope you return soon. I yield back my time.
Thank you, Ms. Miller. There's definitely no place like home.